Mexico driver's license. It's apparently no longer good enough for the federal government. We've reached out to the governor.
There'll be no interruption in service.
ABC-7 at the State of the County address today, where we asked the county judge how you at home will be affected by the saving of Children's Hospital. A tough night ahead for an El Paso woman who strangled her husband with an apron. Brand new information out of the county courthouse tonight.
All I gotta say is that he's a coward,
The family of a young woman killed in a violent hit and run 3 years ago, reacting to what happened in court today. And they share that reaction with us. And you know what's back? The ABC-7 First Alert Halloween style. Nicole.
Rain chances will go up, cooler temperatures, but will it affect Halloween? I'll have an answer in Storm Track Weather.
Yeah, that's probably why my voice sounds like this, right? Our Halloween week continues tonight. More from the haunted house tour and your petrifying picks. That's pets in costumes. You can't beat that, right? It's all next on ABC-7 at 9. Get ready. You become part of the day's news right now.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC-7 at 9 on the El Paso Las Cruces CW.
Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on ABC-7 at 9 on the CW. I'm Bob Harp. Your top stories coming up in just a bit. First, though, that first alert. It has been issued just a little while ago. Nicole Gomez is in the Storm Track Weather Lab, so these changes are coming after all.
That's right, Bob. We'll actually start to see rain chances increase tomorrow, and by this weekend, cooler temperatures. But coming up in just a few minutes, we'll take a look at the latest Doppler radar model, not future track computer model. We're going to check on Doppler radar, show you those clouds moving in. Rain chances go up tomorrow, and more storms are in the forecast for Friday. So I know, Bob, everybody wants to know, is it going to affect trick-or-treating? But I'll have an answer coming up.
Yes, and also football. And you have put on our website a list of all the football games tonight, or tomorrow night, excuse me, that people need to look out for. So Nicole will check back in with you in just a bit. First, though, the story that has you talking tonight. If you have a New Mexico driver's license, you need to know that it's now it's not up to the federal government standards, apparently, and soon you won't even be able to use it to do anything on the federal level. That's according to the government. Our New Mexico Mobile Newsroom crew placing phone calls to Governor Susana Martinez. She is in Hawaii tonight. Our newsroom's still on standby to receive that statement from her. We spoke with her people just a few hours ago, and they said she would hopefully get a statement to us sometime tonight. So as soon as we get that in, we will break it on air and online and, of course, social media. In the meantime, the federal government today did not give New Mexico an extension from the tougher requirements for the state driver's licenses. So what that means is a license from the land of enchantment will no longer be accepted at federal facilities starting in January, and eventually state IDs won't even be accepted as a form of ID to get on an airplane. Now remember, New Mexico law allows immigrants suspected of being in the country illegally to get a driver's license, and that apparently is behind a lot of this buzz. Now, the Secretary of the New Mexico Taxation and Revenue Department sent us this statement tonight. She says, with this letter, the feds are saying that they are fed up that the legislature continues to allow the dangerous practice of giving driver's licenses to illegal immigrants. An overwhelming majority of New Mexicans have been very clear on the issue, and the legislature should start listening to them before it begins to affect the daily lives of New Mexicans. And that is from Demesia Padilla, who is the secretary of the TRD. Now, Governor Martinez again tried to get that state law repealed, and as soon as we get her reaction to the news today that the federal government is saying, hey, after January, you cannot use your New Mexico driver's license as a federal form of ID, we will certainly pass her reaction on to you. In the meantime, here in El Paso, County Judge Veronica Escobar, she delivered her 5th State of the County address today. And as expected, the 20-month-long battle between bankrupt El Paso Children's Hospital and UMC, the county hospital, was definitely a big part of it. Now, Escobar said the county will not regret helping to save children's, saying it is the only dedicated pediatric hospital within 200 miles and a partner to the Texas Tech Med School with $11 million in annual contracts. She praised specialists who have helped keep El Paso children in need of medical care here in El Paso. Now, the judge says a hardworking board and CEO can get that hospital to break even and not be a burden on you, the taxpayer.
There will be no interruption in service. The 400 jobs stay intact. The doctors stay in El Paso. The medical school keeps a key partner, and our families maintain access to an outstanding source of health care in a region that badly needs it.
And, excuse me, the county judge is also saying economics and the development of it is a big deal. She praised today Commissioner's Court for setting a minimum wage of $10 an hour for the county hospital and all other county employees. Escobar also says the county may not be doing enough to support business talent already here in El Paso, and that is something that the county will and should focus on. And Escobar also said we should all thank Sheriff Richard Wiles, saying that he has saved taxpayers millions of dollars. She told the crowd that he civilianized key positions and reduced overtime. The county judge also said the new collective bargaining agreement with the El Paso County Sheriff's Association calls for no new taxes, saving money all around. Well, hot on the trail of the world's most wanted drug lord, and it looks like he just barely got away from Mexican authorities. The government there is saying it learned Joaquin El Chapo Guzman might be hiding out in the mountains between the states of Sinaloa and Durango. So government agents moved in on different properties and buildings that El Chapo has ties to. So Mexico is saying that they actually found him during one of the raids, and he was wounded. But somehow El Chapo managed to get away. Remember, he broke out of prison back in July. Both the U.S. and Mexico are still offering millions of dollars in rewards for El Chapo's capture. But again, almost got caught. An El Paso woman convicted of strangling her husband will have to wait until at least tomorrow to learn her punishment. A jury found Martha Acevedo guilty of murder early this afternoon. Developing now, we can tell you in the last hour we have confirmed that the jury is still sequestered and will stay that way overnight as it decides her sentencing. While Acevedo faces 5 to 99 years in prison, but her attorney is asking that she only be given 2 years. The 62-year-old told the court she used an apron to squeeze Jose Acevedo's neck, her husband. She says she did that after he punched her in the face and he passed out drunk. Another man has to wait until January until he's officially given 5 years in prison for hitting a young woman with his car in Fabens and not stopping to help. 20-year-old Stephanie Nicole Avilar was even dragged with the car as Lorenzo Pacheco drove off. Now, this happened out in Fabens in December of 2012. This week, Pacheco pleaded guilty to 1 count of causing an accident resulting in death and 1 count of tampering with evidence. We asked Stephanie Avilar's uncle what is next for the family.
I don't know, just closure, I guess, but it's going to be hard.
Pacheco's sentencing is set for January 5th. We'll keep you updated on that. In the meantime, let's take a live look at traffic right now. It's pretty nice out there, a little chilly, but the roads are dry. This is a live look on the east side, I-10 and Zaragoza now. No worries there, but we do know there is at least 1 more night, actually 2 more nights of those closures over in central El Paso. I-10 east from Piedras and Copia will be closed again tonight and tomorrow from 9 till 6 in the morning. So, Nicole, you know our route home, Montana, all the way to US 54, Mesa to Montana. So you are actually tracking that big change in weather outside.
Start to see those changes as soon as tomorrow, and tonight already tracking some clouds moving into our region. Let's take a look at our clouds and radar picture. I mean, it's dry as of now, but those clouds are going to stick around at least for the next few days. Looks like we're seeing most of the heaviest clouds push into the Gila region, Tiercy, and Silver City. As far as our temperatures, high today in El Paso at the airport, 77 degrees, so we were above average. Usually our temperature is around 74 degrees. 52 is where we were sitting this morning, but we will see a drop in temperatures behind a cold front by this weekend. Currently we're at 62 degrees at the El Paso International Airport. Winds are out of the east to southeast at 6 miles per hour. We're in the 60s in Las Cruces. Winds out of the southeast at 8 miles per hour. So we have issued that storm track weather first alert for that big change in the weather that will begin as soon as tomorrow. Rain chances will go up. Those clouds move in. We're also expecting stronger winds, so we're going to need your weather photos. When you send us your photos, be sure to use the hashtag ABC7 First Alert and look for your photos on air and online. But coming up, I'll let you know if this will affect your Halloween weekend. That's all coming up in just a bit. Bob?
Oh, there goes my Speedo costume. I'll tell you what. All right, thanks so much, Nicole. We appreciate that. So a basic parking lot in downtown El Paso could be transformed into a place to live and shop. This brand new information is coming to us tonight from ABC7's Maria Garcia.
You can literally hear the development downtown, and the city hopes that hustle and bustle will soon extend to this parking lot in front of City Hall.
A lot of times they look at downtown, but the one thing that's lacking in downtown is sufficient parking.
The city hopes a private company will partner up with it. The city would most likely build a multi-level parking garage with at least 500 spaces, a big chunk reserved for city employee use.
If you go public, it typically doesn't make money. When you go public-private, you tend to recover your costs because there's more uses for the parking garage. There's multiple uses. So that's the key to a parking garage being successful.
The private sector would be in charge of a mixed-use development with apartments for sale or rent, retail and/or restaurants.
Companies who are looking to invest in a place want to know that if they come to a place that they'll have infrastructure that is going to be suitable for their operations.
We're taking a very holistic look at our economic growth.
The city willing to incentivize the project with either property tax waivers or a low-cost lease.
And the kind of outside-the-box thinking that we need to keep our city more competitive economically and culturally in the 21st century is happening.
Initial proposals are due December 7th. Maria Garcia, ABC7.
And this story is generating a lot of buzz on our Facebook page. We'll get to your comments coming up in just a bit. But first, it's your voice, your vote. Or my lack thereof, a voice. How about that? Hey, don't forget, early voting ends on Friday here in El Paso. So if you have not already cast the ballot for the November election and you want to do it early, remember, Friday is the last day you can do it. Also want to let you know the El Paso County Courthouse will have extended hours for voters tomorrow and Friday from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. And then Election Day is on November 3rd. All right, much more to come right here on ABC7 at 9 tonight. It is Halloween week here all week on ABC7 at 9, and we are going from freaked out to cute and cuddly. First, though, our very own Estella Casas. She shares a spooky story from her childhood, and she's thankful that she was spared from hearing about it when she was young. We'll hear that coming up. Plus, oh, yeah, you told us you wanted to see some more clips of me and Nicole spooked out at the haunted house last night. It's okay. Laugh at us. We are laughing at us. Bon Bon telling us, awesome. After seeing the cell phone video I posted last night, you're going to see the other side of it. Celeste saying, that was cool. I laughed at the end. And Nicole fell down. Ophelia saying, that was awesome. Loved it. Well, thank you guys for the comments on that. And again, we showed you the cell phone video, but now you'll see us, not just hear us, Nicole.
I'm just glad you went first because it was really scary.
Did I have a choice? You pushed me first.
I did. I had to. I had to protect myself.
Exactly.
But I'm going to protect you from the forecast. I'll let you know about the rain, the cooler temperatures, and the stronger winds coming up in Storm Track weather.
All right. All fun and games, but you got a serious job tonight, Nicole. Hey, this is ABC 7 to 9 on the CW. We'll be right back.